Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I am so excited to make this video. So as you can tell by the title of this video, it is called New Year, New Me, and this is a collab. And please be sure to check out all the lovely ladies listed down below who are also part of this collab. And the collab was started by the beautiful Celia and Cherie over at Motivated Muffins. So I'm so glad they came up with this idea, and I'm excited to make this video. So basically what we wanted to talk about were kind of like how our last year went for us. Now, one of the things that I wish I had done were take more pictures. So really I'm going to put some before and after pictures at the end of the video, but really what I had to do was take like screenshots from my YouTube videos, and then I had a couple pictures on Facebook that I had. So I will kind of have some pictures at the end, but there's not very many, especially any like current pictures, but you guys can see me now. So but I wish I had more. So that is one thing I regret for this last year. So but anyway, so here we go. So 2016. Well, I started my weight loss journey really towards the beginning. So I really did get, or beginning of the year. So I really did get almost a full year out of this. I started February 23rd, 2016. But technically, I started my weight loss journey way before that because I did lose about 40 pounds. Sorry, you guys are kind of crooked. I lost 40 something pounds before I started Weight Watchers. And then, actually, I lost 80 pounds before starting Weight Watchers, and I gained 30 something of it back. So then, but I didn't do anything January and February, and it wasn't until February 23rd that I started Weight Watchers. And then I started my YouTube channel in May. So really, I got, a pretty good year out of this, and I'm really proud of what I lost. I did lose a little over 41 pounds. I did start Weight Watchers at 234.4, and as of Friday, this Friday before you see this video, I was at 195.8. So I did have a little bit of a gain, but I did get down to 193 this year. But still, I feel like I did really good. I'm a slow loser when it comes to losing weight. So I would say, the 41 pounds that I lost, I feel really good about. And yeah, so anyway, but I was really inspired this year. I would say, well, what inspired me to even start Weight Watchers to begin with, and what inspired me to start this journey to begin with, was of course seeing how much I got on the scale, and that was when I was at 280 pounds. And then I could not get past that point. It's like every time I would hit a certain point, I just kept gaining and gaining and gaining. It was like, I don't know, it's like I wouldn't let myself be happy. And I'd heard of Weight Watchers over and over and over again, but never really, knew much about it. I'd kind of looked it up, kind of tried to do it on my own, which that was really difficult once the Smart Points thing came along, because there wasn't a lot of tools out there at the time. There might be now, I don't know, because I pay for it, but before, when I tried to do it without paying for it, there's not a lot of tools out there. And so I literally was relying on people on YouTube to help me through this. And so I definitely would have to say that this year I was really inspired by YouTube. It really got me. It's the reason why I started Weight Watchers. And I found a couple people on YouTube. Erin from Erin's Weight Loss Journey was probably one of the very first people I watched. Mrs. Kristen G was another one, and there's a couple people that I don't see videos from anymore, so I don't think they're on here that I had seen. And then once I found them and I found their Instagrams, I found other YouTubers through there, and now I feel like all of you guys, all of other YouTubers out there just really inspired me to do this journey and really kept me going. And then there was, when I started my channel, my subscribers, all you guys, you guys keep me going. I can't even, I can say that over and over again, but I cannot express how much you guys inspire me to keep me going and keep me motivated. But YouTube really has, I think really has been my huge inspiration for this year. there's a few things that around the way that and I'm looking at my notes down here below because you guys know how I just ramble and ramble and ramble. There's things that I'd learned this year. Definitely learned that I will be using, for the rest of this journey. And I know me. I know that, I want this I don't only want to lose weight. You guys know that I am on a journey just to be healthy, have a new healthy lifestyle in all ways of life, always. All different, not always, but all ways of life, financially, spiritually, mentally, physically. I mean, it's so much more to being healthy than just being a certain weight. And I don't know where I was going with that. So anyway, there's things. So, I was going to say, I know though, as far as my weight's concerned, it's something I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life. I'm always going to have to be watching what I eat. Even once I hit my goal weight, I will still have to watch what I eat. I will still have to track what I'm eating and log it in some way, even if I'm not doing Weight Watchers, even if it's just logging my food. I mean, at some way, I will have to keep track of my food. I know this. I know that is going to be my life. So any kind of tricks and tips and, kind of life lessons that I learn along the way, believe me, I will be using them to the fullest. So here's some of the things that I learned this last year that I will be taking into my next year. Planning and tracking are key. That is probably the number one lesson I learned this year. For one thing, planning, working 40 hours outside of the home, I know that I need to plan for my day. If I just kind of, I'll just figure it out in the morning, we know we can't do that. We just can't do that. At least I can't do that. I have to have a plan. I have to have a meal plan. I have to have a plan for my exercise. And I also know I need to track. And I've learned that the last couple weeks. That's why I had a gain. I didn't track. Tracking is key. Even if it's bad stuff, I need to track it. That's the whole point. And that's, that was probably the number one lesson I learned this year. Another thing which I love about Weight Watchers is not restricting bad foods. So, the thing with Weight Watchers is you can have it. They're not telling you can't have anything. It just may cost you more points. So you use, your daily points, you use some of your weekly points, you use some of your fit points. Whatever you do, you can have it, but you have to fit it in your day. But I also know for myself, though, as soon as I start saying I can't have something, I want it. So my big lesson this year that I really learned was by not restricting bad foods and allowing myself to have them in moderation, it will not completely block my weight loss. I've been able to do that throughout this whole year, and I still lost 40-something pounds. So I know that, I can't have it every day. Obviously, it's not going to work, but moderation and just not restricting those foods. And I know now it's not going to ruin my entire diet. I think all those times in the past when I was on, really low fat or really low carb, those things don't work for me. I know they work for a lot of people. They don't work for me. I cannot tell myself I can't have it. And now that I know that I can have some of those things and still lose weight, I feel like that was a very valuable lesson that I learned this year. Another one, you guys know which one I'm going to probably say. Exercise does make a difference. You see, and I have read all these articles out there. You can lose weight without exercising. True, you probably can. I just don't know if I can. I've noticed a huge difference. I noticed that the first, probably from about February up until about August, I was really consistent and religious with my exercising. September I did okay. Then from October on, I have not done well at all. I have done really bad with it. I mean, I got out of routine. I just stopped doing it. And my weight loss slowed. Now, it might have slowed because maybe it was going to slow anyway, but I don't think so. I think exercise was what made the difference because that's really the only thing that I have stopped doing. I hate it. I don't like it. I can't really afford to go to the gym. I mean, I really just can't afford financially. We ended up having to get a new car. So that's taking, any of the extra money that we may have had. And so I can't afford to do it. So I have to do things at home. But by planning, I know I can do it. And I just need to do it. I know that exercise does make a difference. Another really important lesson that I learned, that I am going to use this for life, is listen to my body. I I can tell now, which is really interesting. I probably would have known before, but this last year, I think I was just more in tune with my body, that I know now I'm not drinking enough water. I can tell. I probably just never noticed the differences before, but now I can tell when I'm not drinking enough water. I can tell when I'm eating too much sodium. I can tell when I should be exercising and I'm not. My body is telling me. I can feel such a difference in my body. And I can also tell by, it's trying to think of what I'm trying to say. But I mean, I'm more in tune to what my body is telling me, and I am listening to it. And I think that is such a huge, huge lesson for anyone who's just starting a journey like this. You've got to listen to your body. If you know that, say, you never realized in the past that, you drinking milk and eating yogurt and eating cheese and you're feeling really horrible afterwards, and you may not be, lactose intolerant, but maybe you're a small portion. Maybe you cannot, maybe dairy is just not something that's good for your body. As you cut it out and you're feeling a lot better. So, I think that's why, I notice that when I try to eat, when I'm not eating enough fruits and vegetables, when I'm not eating enough whole foods, clean foods, I can tell the difference in my body. I can tell the difference in how tired I am. Yeah. So listen to your body. That was such a huge lesson this year as well. I only have a couple more and then they'll be done. So another one was, and this one was really hard for me. And I really was thinking last night when I was kind of going through some things, taking my notes. And, I think a lot of us, especially us moms and wives, and we tend to put a rest of our family first. And then that's great. We have kids are, our heart, our soul, we want to put them first. But one thing I learned this year, it's okay to put me first. It's okay for me to be a little bit selfish. And I don't really think it's selfish. And one of the things that I'm talking about is, is taking the time to exercise. So maybe I want to go to bed a little bit earlier. I have to tell my husband, I want to go to bed a little bit earlier tonight because I want to get up and exercise in the morning, I always felt bad about that, but he never cared. But I always just felt like, no, I should stay up with him. I'm going to finish watching this movie with him. I don't want to just leave him out here by himself. But it was me that was doing it. It wasn't him. Another thing was, I always thought I had to make my family's favorite foods, and that's why. And I never thought, I don't want to spend the extra money to maybe buy some, ground turkey. My husband can't eat poultry, so for those of you who don't know. And so, I just always would have beef meals or some chicken once in a while, but I thought, I'm not going to buy extra food. I don't want to be selfish like that. I'm not going to do. So I thought, you know what? It's okay though. It's okay because I am trying to create a new healthy lifestyle for myself. And my husband didn't care. Again, my family didn't care. And actually my kids liked the opportunity of having things different than just beef and, maybe some meatless meals. So they liked having turkey once in a while. They liked having chicken once in a while. My husband would just have something else. I'd make him something else. But I learned it's okay to put myself first. It's okay to do things for myself and, not worry about the rest of the family. Hopefully that makes sense. And the last thing that I really think is really super important, and that's positive self-talk. I never realized how negative I was to myself, how really downright mean I was to myself. And, I realized I need to be kinder to myself. I need positive self-talk. Oh my goodness, you guys, it is so important. And, compliment yourself. It's okay to compliment yourself. You're not being, vain. It's okay to say you're proud of what you've done and what you've accomplished. And, I really feel like, you should write down, 2 or 3 things that you are proud of that you've done this week or this month or, or today, whatever. But just be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. You are on this journey and you are doing what's good for your body and for yourself and your family and for your children. By, losing weight, you're going to be here longer for your children. And, but, make sure you're being kind to yourself and just really try to engage in more positive self-talk. No more negative talk, no more. So anyway, so those are some of the things from this last year that I am just really proud of and what I've learned. And I just wanted to kind of let go over my goals for the year, and then I will be done. So I didn't mean for this video to be so long. So my goals for 2017, first, I am so glad that M is starting the step into tracking thing, because that's going to kick off the new year just, you know, exactly what I need. And it kind of goes along with my goals for the year. So one thing that I'm doing, and for those of you who have been subscribed to me for a while, know about my Subscriber Sunday videos. And I will be talking about this in that video as well. So I'm just going to kind of go briefly into it. But one of the things I'm going to do each month for the year of 2017 is what I'm calling monthly healthy habits challenges. So January is my main challenge for the month of January is going to be step into tracking. So thank you, Em, for taking care of that for me. And then I'm not sure for the rest of the year, but these could be things like, you know, we see the, a lot of them are mostly fitness related challenges, only because I need it in my life. And so it could be maybe, you know, the squat challenge, the ab challenge, but I may mix it up a little bit and kind of mix them together, do something with like water. But I'm just going to take some kind of healthy habits and I'm going to create a 30-day challenge for myself. Now, along with that though, I am doing weekly challenges as well for myself to go along with this. And that's where I'm bringing my Subscriber Sunday ladies with me. So, you guys will learn about that in Subscriber Sunday. So basically, it's just, this is my year of healthy habits, and I'm just challenging myself. So more of that to come. But as far as step into tracking, my goals for that is going to be 8,000 steps, 10 cups of water, and then tracking everything. And then M also added on working out at least 10 minutes, 6 days a week. But I am going to add on this just additional challenge for myself. So I'm going to do at least, though, 3 of those days a week are going to have to be 30 minutes. So I'm going to have 3 days a week of 30 minutes and 3 days a week of at least 10 minutes. My other one is I have got a fitness journal. It's just a little one I can fit in my purse and or my new planner that I got. But anyway, I'm going to track in that, and I'm going to try to do it every single day of this year. So that is a huge feat. I'm not necessarily going to limit myself to that, but I just want to say by the end of the year, at least 80% of the time I tracked in my journal. This first 30 days will be easy because I'm doing step into tracking, but after that I want to continue on doing it. So staying accountable in my fitness journal. Now, the big one, the big goal for the year. So I'm at 195.8. My goal is to be at 150 is my first goal weight, and then I'm going to reassess at that point. So that means I have 45.8 pounds to lose. I want to do that by December 1st. Now, I know a lot of people might think, well, 40 pounds, you can do that a lot sooner than a year. But here's the thing with me. I know my body. Again, listening to my body. I know my body. I think I lost that first 40 pounds in the amount of time I did because I changed my habits. I did new things. Now, I don't, you know, besides maybe adding more exercise into my life this year, I will just be continuing on doing what I've been doing with Weight Watchers. So it's possible, knowing my body, and I haven't been down below 195 in, well, I was at 193 a couple weeks ago, but I haven't been below that in I don't know how long. I have no idea. I'm thinking high school. I really don't know because I quit weighing myself. I know when I was in high school and when I got pregnant with my oldest, I was 130 pounds. I gained 80 with that pregnancy. And I was at 210 when I delivered, 210 when I delivered. And I don't know. From then on, honestly, when I was pregnant with my other two, I was around the same weight, and I don't know. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to get down to 150 because I don't know. And I don't want to tell myself, oh, by June, you know, I don't want to. I would be happy by December 1st. I would be happy if I took this entire year and got down to 150. If I get there sooner, great. But I don't think there's anything wrong with me giving myself a year to lose those other 45 pounds. I really don't. I just, like I said, I know my body. I know I take a long time to lose weight. Another things with my thyroid medication, sometimes I have to go in actually in a couple weeks to get it adjusted. And sometimes that can affect, you know, a lot of my things, my sleeping, because I don't know, any of you guys who have a thyroid problem, you know it affects your entire body. And I don't know if it's necessarily affected my weight loss. It has made it probably slower, but I don't think it's made me gain weight over the years, but it has made me really slow to lose. But it affects my body and me in so many other ways that that could, you know, I could have issues with that. So my goal is by December 1st to lose those 45.8 pounds and be my goal. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and again, stay tuned for pictures at the end of this video. And I would love to hear what you guys are proud of for 2016 and what your goals are for 2017. And I'm sure we'll all talk about this in other videos throughout the next couple weeks. So again, check out the other ladies who are a part of this collab, link down below. And I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye guys, and Happy New Year.